Where do you go? Let's see. There we go. Okay, I need to unwrite these so that they aren't permanent and I can actually lose ammo and health. Then go back. And we go! Our second run, go, go, go! Pro try be use the yellow herbs on Ashley before you do her section. I wonder if that would work. I have no idea actually. Well, it's so like, instead of playing as Ashley for the Ashley section, what it does is it like teleports you there instead as Krauser. And then when you get back, it switches places. So like when you beat the Ashley section and come back, you're now playing as Krauser, but like you have Ashley's health. It's weird. Yes, Krauser just held the gun, but if I try to shoot it, the game will crash, so. So what I'm gonna do is just have yellow herbs in my inventory. And then when I get there, I can switch. Or I can use them, you know. Because I'm afraid that if I do it early, then it won't work. Yeah, upgrading Ashley's health might work, but I just would rather just wait. The section is based on the amount of enemies you kill. How is it not over? First grenade must not have killed enough people. I think that the what's happening is the bow kill isn't registering earlier enough. Like the death animation is playing all the way through, and so I'm not getting as many enemies. So I'm getting kind of trolled by the bow death animation being like really long. Yeah, there we go. We need a new integration to the randomizer where it randomizes what character you're playing as every room. Someone mentioned that earlier. It would be so cool. Is there red and yellow? Or yellow and red give you more health than just a yellow? No. I don't think so. 3 minutes if you don't kill 14 enemies. Yeah, we could also just do a rando with Krauser, Wesker, or Hunk. Speed tech through the doorway. I'm so fast. I like how a guy said like 2 days ago, or a guy begged like 2 days ago for more RE4 content. You said no. Yeah, I was fully planning on doing this the whole time. I just didn't want to let them win. chat can't win. It's not allowed. Where's AK? AK-47? CS stream? Long? Which yellow herbs am I picking up? The one in cabin? For sure, but I don't know about the other one. XD. Scammed. I am speed. I am not good at aiming though. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. Rando with Wesker, key-binded kicks and punches. Okay, but that would just be way easy. That's like the other thing about Rando is like, it'd be really easy with Krauser or Wesker because you just like punch everything to death. I'd spam too much. Dante Ravioli. That is in fact a person I have collaborated with in the past. True. I too like to just randomly say names that people have collaborated with zero context. I was like going to Susie's stream and just be like, the gaming Brits. And just not say anything else. What's up, Aether? Just refuse to elaborate. Just... Can you play as Lewis using this mod? I don't think so. He's like, just yes. I agree. Good point, waifu. What's up, Gaitos? Yeah, I don't know why he has like actually the worst laser sight in the entire game, but he does. How much damage did the bow do? I don't know. A lot, though. I want the flash. Thank you. I don't think you can play as Lewis, because it just lets you play as the Mercs characters, basically. And then I make a 40-minute expose on how he forced me to play Metroid Prime 2 on the GameCube and called me a cube head. That's tragic. Why would you force anyone to touch a GameCube? That should be illegal. Did you know, Susie, that they have mouse and keyboard support for Metroid Prime on Dolphin Emulator? And that they have source movement mods for that? So you can play Metroid Prime on mouse and keyboard with source movement, like air strafe. It's actually insane. I want to play it so bad. Like, yeah, be hopping around. I've never tried it, but I really want to try it. I think they have like Quake movement too. You like shoot backwards and stuff. Yeah, like, yeah, actually source movement. Does this crash a lot? I actually haven't had it crash once. There is a soft lock in the boulder room though. That you can only avoid by like either cheating or doing the boulder skip. I don't know if it's any good. I just seen Brian Otto play it for like 10 minutes one day. It looked amazing. Also, I've never played Metroid Prime, so it's not about time. Early dive. Sick. Well, I mean, Nintendo fans will just eat up anything, dude. Nintendo could literally shit on a plate. And Nintendo fans would buy it for $100. Yeah, I think I would like Metroid Prime. I played it once when I was a kid. And I just remember being like really powerful right at the start of the game. And then immediately after you beat the first level, you lose all your power-ups. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I was just lost for like a really long time and never beat the second level. You got attacked by Nintendo fans yesterday for saying you wanted a 1080p Switch. Yeah, we can't have nice things, Susie, obviously. That would be outrageous. 1080p on a Switch? The human eye only sees at 540p. Or 480i. That's why the Wii looked good back in the day. That's ridiculous. Yeah, be reasonable. What's up, Moji Tyrant? I look like women. Yep. And you grammar like child. A sexy woman. You're goddamn right, OG Tyrant. Nice, O10. Based. This is going better than last time. Only marginally so, but better. Direct. Bro, oh, so I lost my DMC1 DMD all collectibles world record yesterday. Loner Hero beat it by like 30 seconds. So I'll have to go back to that soon, TM. That record is still pretty free though. There's like another 2 minutes to save, I think. But Loner said he's not going to improve it anymore until I take it back, so I guess I gotta go take it back. It was a great run though. I'm just stoked to see like more DMDAC runs on the board. You're taking the record? Do it, Susie. Do it. Is RE4 my favorite game to speedrun? No, you couldn't be more wrong. It's my least favorite game to speedrun. Have you ever played DMD? I'm assuming you have. DMC1's DMD is like actually the best difficulty in any game ever. No, I like unironically despise running RE4. I've done it way too much. I don't find it to be fun anymore. Stuff like this is fun though. I like meme and like challenge runs and stuff. Like DMD is just dumb on every other Devil May Cry game, but like DMC 1 has a phenomenal DMD. You beat it close to its release? Damn. That's really impressive. I was 1 year old when that game came out. That's rough. Emotional damage. When did it come out? 2001? XD? Oh, nice. Okay. Weird flex, but all good. Hey, I didn't say it. She said it. Are you trying to kill me? Who's this? Do I prefer RE2 original or RE2 remake? I've never played the original because it looked really fucking boring. But I played 3 OG and I thought it was mid. This is okay. I hate RE2 remake though. Yeah, I turn 24 next month. I'm getting old. I'm a little bit biased of my hatred of RE2 remake though, considering I have like 1,200 hours in it. Which means I'm way more justified in hating it than anyone else. Pretty much on the planet. I think my inventory is still overwriting because I'm trolling. Yeah, it is. Okay. My bad. I gotta remove that first aid spray. And one of these nades. I forgot to hit the right button before starting the run. Isn't the RE3 remake so much worse? Yeah, dude, I hate when games have gameplay. My least favorite thing about RE3 remake is that they actually had a gameplay. It's so annoying. Like, I gotta use the dodge button, dude. Fuck. That's so cringe. Like, there's actual combat in that game. I can't just like hold W through every hallway and not ever actually encounter anything. Ooh, actually, like, I was really disappointed that they didn't make Nemesis chase you like Mr. X in RE2 Remake. Because, like, Mr. X in RE2 Remake, you can actually outwalk him. You don't even have to run to outrun him, actually. You can just, like, walk backwards slowly and he'll never catch up. I was really hoping they'd make Nemesis in RE3 like that. That shit always, like, actually so funny. Like, it is so trivially easy to avoid Mr. X in RE2 Remake. I used the trainer with a couple of compatibility mods. Like actually, in RE2 Remake, if you just walk like this, like Ashley is Mr. X, you walk like this, he'll never catch you, ever. I'm not kidding, you could try it. Still menacing though? Nah. He's in front of you, you just walk towards him, then like bait the punch, walk back, and then walk right through him. Super easy to do. Like even people even figured out in their like casual playthrough. He basically doesn't exist. Like he is never a problem. You may as well like not even be in the game for the most part. Except for the boss fights, obviously. It's a little different. I mean, but we figured that shit out in like the first 100 hours. It's really easy. I mean, arguably it's easier to dodge Nemesis because like you just press the dodge button, lol, but like it's more fun. What if he pushes you back? He can't if he's in the middle of a punch animation. I am definitely biased because I have like 1,000 hours in RE2 Remake, but I don't know. It's just so boring. There's no replayability. Like, we're gonna get into this conversation right now because I feel like fighting. But like, actually, RE3 Remake has more replayability than RE2 Remake because the A and B scenarios are exactly the same in RE2 Remake, and the Claire and Leon scenarios are exactly the same. They're all one playthrough. You do 99% exactly the same thing in all 4 runs. Yo, Saltylicious, thank you for that 29 months. I appreciate that. Like, you get 1 extra boss for Leon versus Claire that alternates, and then you get 1 extra boss on A and B scenario. But all the bosses in the game are exactly the same anyways. You just shoot them and they die. It's like, that's it. It's funny because I make the same replayability argument for OG 2 and 3 and people yell at you. Well, that's because they were kids. Well, see, no one complains about that in RE2 Remake. Like, no one. Everyone's just like, this is fine for some reason. I don't get it. And like, the normal playthrough is like 6 hours long. It's like, if you combine that to like maybe 2 playthroughs, some people argue 4, but there's no way. Like, by the second playthrough, you like have already memorized the whole game and you're like speedrunning that shit basically. Whereas like 3make has standard, hardcore. Okay, well even if you get rid of standard, you got hardcore, nightmare, inferno. All 3 completely different difficulties with like totally different enemy arrangements. Some stuff even rearranged like where it's positioned and stuff. Like actual substantive different fucking playthroughs, you know. And it actually has gameplay mechanics that take some level of difficulty to master, so there's replayability in the fact that like getting good at the dodge mechanic is hard and like it is rewarding. Whereas there are no mechanics to get good at in RE2 Remake because RE2 Remake doesn't have any mechanics, you just walk around. That's the whole game. This is not to say that there's anything wrong with enjoying just walking around, but I'm just saying like for me personally. It doesn't quite scratch the itch. Personally. RE3 replayability is just difficulty based with a couple new enemies, not that big a difference. Okay, but like, that's exactly what Devil May Cry does for its difficulty changes, and everyone's okay to play like 7 different playthroughs for slightly different difficulties. No one complains that Devil May Cry doesn't have replayability because all the difficulties are just the same thing but different. Yeah, DMC is like the most replayable game ever, and yet the only thing that changes is like enemy arrangements and damage values and AI. Like, RE3 Remake's difficulty changes are on par with Devil May Cry's. For sure. Like Nightmare and Inferno are like very hard, like DMD. You know what I mean? Like DMC has actual skill in it though to play well, that is. I mean, Inferno and Nightmare are hard. The amount of countless YouTube comments I got on my RE3 remake videos about how the dodge mechanic is too hard and no one can ever beat the final boss, like, I don't think you could tell me that, like, what, the remake is too easy. Like, it might be for you, but for a lot of people, that shit's really hard. Is there anything I like in the remakes? Yeah, I love R3 Remake. It's fucking awesome. It's fun. It feels like a video game. Final Nemesis is the best part of the game. This is the only thing in the whole game that actually requires you to do dodging. See, but like, I just don't like the originals. I played 3OG and I was just like, man, this is like clunky as fuck. Like, dude, I'm out here playing 3OG, trying to dodge Nemesis with the OG dodge mechanic, losing my fucking mind because I will successfully hit a dodge just for fucking Jill to like fly into a wall and then get hit by Nemesis anyways. I'm just like, bro, the dodge mechanic literally doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't even have iframes. That's half the fun. But you're like, yeah, the game is shit. Isn't it great? I'm like, no. No, it's not. Yeah, OG Tyrant, it is. I mean, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was a good game. But I'm just like, the more I try to use the dodge mechanic, the less I like the game. In the barrels here? Okay, thank you. I'll grab that. But you could use the shop items to beat RE3 Remake's harder difficulties. RE2 Remake, you need to beat all the hardcore scenarios, unlock the items like the infinite knife. Okay, but like, you know, you could just not use those, right? Like, back in my day, we used to have this thing called intrinsic motivation, where you could just do stuff because it was fun. And like, you didn't need like an achievement or like the game to like directly incentivize you to do stuff. Because like, if you thought it would be fun, then you would just do it. Like if your complaint was like, the remake is too easy because you could just use the shop items to beat the hard difficulties. It's like, okay, well then, you know, don't use the shop items to beat the hard difficulties. Yeah, Wolf is cracked. I don't fucking know. I think that is just like, he knows where to dodge so that he doesn't need iframes from the dodge or something. I don't know. Oh my god, Ashley just got fucked. Coming, Ashley. What's up, King Douchebag? Or douche... Yeah, Douchebag. I read that right. Yeah, I only play for achievements based. I mean, achievements are cool, but I do really think it's annoying that it's like a big complaint people have with the remake. It's like, it's too easy to beat the difficulties because I can just use infinite rocket launcher. It's like, yeah, I mean, sure, they maybe should have given you some more in-game incentive to not just do that, but like also at the same time, have you considered if your complaint is that the game is too easy, you should stop making it easier by like using an infinite rocket launcher? I don't know. Like, I understand the complaint, but like, you could just, you know, not use those things. You're not required to use them. Waterhall is actually so fucking hard with Krauser. Ah! Yeah, thanks, Big Mexicano Cat. Good though, first try.
Look, there's a crank over there.
Just saying there should have been rewards for beating Nightmare and Inferno after putting yourself through the trouble. Okay, but like, I agree, but also like, if you're not gonna do it because there's no achievement, then maybe you don't actually like video games and maybe you just like getting virtual pats on the back. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I would beat this without using New Game Plus items, but like the game doesn't reward me for doing so, so why should I? It's like, okay, well then you just don't like playing the video game. Like, I hate to break it to you. Like, that's fine. You don't have to like playing the video game, but like, I don't know, I don't really think it's a valid complaint. Like, RE4 doesn't give you an achievement for beating New Game Pro. So does that mean you should never do a New Game Pro playthrough? Like, you just won't do it? Like, I don't, you know. Yes. Well, see, then I guess you just don't like the game very much. Which is fine. Like, you don't have to like it that much. What's up, Whisper Sincere? Thanks, man. Appreciate that. How'd you enjoy? Like, yeah, it's fine. I definitely agree that, like, if there is going to be incentive structures for, like, replayability and stuff, that they should do stuff like that. But I don't think it's, like, such a big deal that it's like, well, now, you know, they didn't give me a little trophy, so I'm just not going to do it now. New Game Pro unlocks to typewriter, though? No, but, like, it doesn't, though. It's just beating Pro does. I'm pretty sure. You beat Pro, you can even play New Game Plus, right? Or wait, no, that's right, because you have to do New Game Pro, right? I don't think you can do New Game Plus and switch into Pro. But like, my point still stands, right? Like, if it didn't, like, would people just not play New Game Pro ever? And like, honestly, I feel like the answer is yes. People would just never play New Game Pro. If there wasn't some sort of like in-game incentive for doing so. Which to me is just sad. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, you like the game? Like, just play it. I don't know what to tell you. Intrinsic motivation to play video game. I think that actually like also overlaps with the big issue of people not understanding speedruns, because they like aren't intrinsically motivated to do basically anything, and then they see someone doing a speedrun, they're like, well, you don't like get anything from doing it, so like why do it? It's like, because like it's fun because we want to, right? Like we're intrinsically motivated to speedrun the game. That's just like really confusing to some people because they only do things that extrinsically motivate them. Or they only work because they want money. They only, you know, go to school because they need to get a grade. They only play a video game because they want the achievement. You only do things for money is why you get up in the morning? Based capitalist. Imagine playing video games for fun. That's what I'm saying, dude. I do agree though, it's easy to fall into that trap. Like a lot of the reason that I like playing like Counter-Strike is because I want to climb the elo ranks and stuff, but I also just find the game like intrinsically fun to play. Like that's why I'll still play like unranked MM and stuff. Because I just like CS. Got him. Much better than last time. People playing the method they choose does not mean they don't like the game. What kind of logic is that? Like some people playing challenges, some people like so they can destroy everything in sight. Well, what I'm saying is if you use the logic of it's too easy so it's not fun, while also using stuff that makes the game easier that is like obviously optional, then you probably, that's not actually a reason for not doing the thing. Like, if the only reason you're not doing New Game Inferno and RE3 Remake is because there like are New Game Plus items that you can use and there's no achievement for doing it New Game, then like you just don't like the game enough to play it New Game Inferno. Because you could just not use those things and it would do exactly what you want it to do. But the only reason you're not doing it is because you don't get some like fucking gold star from the game, right? If I played RE2 Remake for 1,000 hours, you must have loved it so much? No. No, I played RE2 Remake for 1,000 hours because I wanted to make streaming a career. And I knew that if I did that, that it would work. And here we are. Like, if using the infinite rocket launcher makes RE3 Remake Inferno not fun, then, and you're complaining about it being not fun because it's too easy, then just don't use the infinite rocket launcher and it'll be fun. Right? But a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to do that because the game doesn't give me an achievement for doing so. It's like, okay, well then you can't complain. You can't simultaneously not do it and complain that like the game should like incentivize you to do it, right? Like, who cares, dude? If you actually wanted to do it, if you thought it was going to be fun, you would just do it anyways. You don't need an achievement to do it. You know what I mean? Like, what if there was no achievement for like beating Devil May Cry on Dante Must Die difficulty? Like, tons of people would just never do it. It's like, okay, that's fine. But like, you can't complain that like it's too hard or whatever. I don't know. My argument's not being as succinct as I want it to be, but you know what I mean. Like, if you want it to be harder, then just make it harder and not use New Game Plus stuff. I don't really think it's a fair criticism. Bitch. So you get for not opening the door. I have one yellow. Shit. Is there another one soon? There's one in the Ashley section, right? How did that hit her? I ate the hell out of fried chicken, but Pie Pies never gives me a gold star. I should probably complain to management. Sure, dude. True. I think I should shoot from the left side. Dude, holy shit, the aim is so bad on this bow. I have to like shoot Ashley in the face. I mean, like, it's fine if you don't want to play Inferno on New Game, right? New Game, right? Like, if you just want to do it on New Game Plus, like, that's cool. But then you can't also simultaneously complain that, like,
The door's locked. I can't open
I didn't do it on New Game. It's like, well, just do it on New Game if you want to do it on New Game, you know? No one's stopping, yeah. Honestly, Learner's Run is so scuffed, I felt like there was more than 2 minutes of time save there. Oh, probably for sure. There's a lot of new strats too. Some of which he used, some of which he didn't. Okay, so here now I'm playing as Krauser, but my fucking health is scuffed. Where's the yellow herb in this section? I know where the red one is. Can I just leave? I can. Oh, I can just skip this whole section. Okay, cool. That's a huge time save. It's at the save point? Yeah, but I don't even go in that room. So I'll just grab the next one, I guess. That's really cool. Well, the key you take is used to open the door. See, like, look, now my fucking health is scuffed. Now I need one more yellow to get to walking speed again. So I guess we're locking. Oh, and you play the section with Ashley? It just does that when you're playing with a trainer.
Wait here.
No, it's not. What's up, King Fedora? Thanks for the 2 months with the Prime. Oh, you're right. I need that piece. Shit. I do need that piece. I can go back, I think. Can I go back? I think I can, right? No. Shit. Why does it allow you to do that? That's funny. Okay. I have a solution, actually. I have a solution. Not cheating. Not cheating. Where's the yellow herb? It sits by the typewriter? I ran past it. What? Yep. Lag. Oh, there it is. There we go. Thank you. Yay, I get running speed again. Okay, so not as big of a time save as I thought. Unfortunate. I love that animation from Krauser. That was good, man. No, he doesn't. Why does Krauser take so much damage? Because it's on pro? You're right, I need this piece. Never complain. My point is that most casual players brag about beating Inferno and Voss. I think new game plus items should be banned until you get beat the hardest version on your own. I guess, but like, why do you care? Like, who cares, dude? Is it really that big a deal, right? Like, that's my point. It's like, who cares? Yeah, thanks, Minimaro. Like, I don't think that's a legitimate criticism against RE3 remake. Like, it's certainly not a reason to dislike the game. You know, but people use that as a reason to dislike the game, which makes no sense to me. Like, the thought process is like, because you can beat Inferno with the infinite weapons and still get the S rank, therefore RE3 remake is bad. I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying a lot of people say that. Like, that is an argument that came up a lot. A lot of people just dislike it because it's kind of short and maybe not worth 60 bucks. Okay, but like my argument that we had earlier is that it has the same, if not more content than RE2 remake, and no one complains about that game not having enough content for $60. Best weapon in RE4, the PRL. Obviously. No, this is only one Toxic J. I mean, he has like cute different kicks and stuff, like a knee to the face and a... What's the other one he got? Like a double kick. Well, I mean, even without resistance, because resistance is dog shit, no one played it, so like, doesn't even matter. I'm just saying, like, what does 2make have? 2make has 4 playthroughs that are exactly the same. So 1 playthrough, that's like 6 hours. And it's got 6 hunk modes that are all exactly the same, so 1 hunk mode, basically. And then you got Lone Survivor and the actual hunk mode. So you got like 3 of those, but those are like 20 minutes worth of content each. While 3make has like 3 very distinct different difficulties that are all like 7-hour long playthroughs. The B playthroughs aren't exactly the same, but I'll give you that they aren't that different. Well, okay, 99% of the playthrough is the same. You're doing the same things in the same places. with very similar enemy arrangements. You fight the same bosses. The Claire and Leon scenarios are both almost exactly the same as well. Very little difference between playing Claire and Leon. The B scenario has technically less content too, because yeah, you don't play the intro. True. I mean, let's be real though. Like, no matter what you think about 2 or 3 remake, neither of them stand any chance of hell of living up to the, like, how good Dead Space remake is. Like, I think we all could agree that, like, no matter how much you like 2 or 3 remake, they could have been better, and if they were better, they would look a lot like a Dead Space remake, right? I think pretty much everyone could agree with that. That even RE2 remake like pales in comparison to Dead Space remake. What's up, Not in Tie? Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. Didn't like the OG Dead Space. Did you play the remake? It's the same thing with RE1 remake. You play the same bosses as both Joe and Chris. Yeah, I wouldn't particularly say that RE1 remake has that much content either. If you're interested in giving the Dead Space series a second chance, then I would try the remake. It just wholesale is just better in every way than the original. There is like actually zero reason to play the original ever. Oh, it's awesome, Harvey. Appreciate that. Glad you could too. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. Obviously, as well, like, with all of my takes, most of them are really hot, and, like, if you don't agree, that's totally cool. You don't have to agree. I'm correct, but, like, you don't have to agree with me. I can respect someone respectfully disagreeing with me. For the most part. I mean, like, someone has to have bad taste here. Alright, and sometimes it'll be me, but a lot of the time it's gonna be you, because you're here watching my stream, so obviously you're the one with bad taste. Actually, underrated take, yeah. Heart Gold, Soul Silver are like banger remakes. I heard the Diamond and Pearl remakes were awful, though. Get fucked, Novies! Punk ass bitch. Get on my face, you flying fuck. I know I have bad taste, but DMC5 is a banger, and I can't agree with your take on it. Have you considered V exists? And that it feels like you're playing fucking Smash 64 and you main Kirby, alright? You literally cannot touch the ground. It is impossible. You're so floaty. It is unbearable. Yo, Vlad, thank you for the sub, dude. I appreciate that. Much love. Actually, DMC5 feels like ass. V had the least levels. He has 1/3 of the levels. It's almost exactly split. It's like 4 and 5, right? And then no, 3 and 4 is V, and then he has 2 more later on, right, back to back. So that's 4, and then he has his boss rush mission. He has like the same amount of levels as Dante, I think. You mainly play as Virgil. Okay, fair enough. based. That one Pro remake was alright, just not the best. I heard it was really bad. Bro, Dead Space remake is good, but man, come on, it's the same as Dead Space 1, but Isaac has voice lines and unisex bathrooms Lamau. Don't get me wrong though, probably the only remake worth $60. Bro, have you played it? I feel like you haven't played it. Because, like, no. It has like so many quality of life gameplay changes. Like the whole game feels infinitely better than the original does. All of the bad sections are redone completely in new ways that make them way more fun. Isaac being voiced by the same person who voices him in Dead Space 2 makes it make way more sense, and his performance is phenomenal. Like, all of the narrative presentation for that game is just objectively better in the remake than the original. Also, the unisex bathrooms thing is fucking hilarious. Like, are you absolutely upset by that? Like, that is so funny if you're upset by that. Like, that's gotta be bait, right? There's no way that's real. Bro, they have unisex bathrooms in the remake. Hashtag not my remake. Yeah, I mean, the AA cannons are better, the Leviathan boss fights better, all of the weapons feel better. Fucking... Yeah, the asteroid section feels better, the boss fight on chapter 8 feels better. The way the Valor's done is way better. All of the character performances for every character is better. The presentation of the story is way better. It's only a joke. Okay, I'll give it to you. I don't believe you, but I'll take your word for it. There are two things that aren't as good. There's no main menu, which is weird. I don't like that. And the jump scare at the very end is not as good. But that's like 2 out of like a bajillion things in the remake that aren't as good. The performance is worse though. Oh, that's true. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the game is like impossible to get good frame rates on. How the fuck is there no main menu? So like what happens when you launch the game is like, it's just like a black screen with like this UI interface. But then like when you launch the game every other time, it's like loads your first save that you would hit if you hit continue. So there's no load screen if you hit continue. You just hit continue and it just loads you into the game because it's already there. But like, it's like actually running in the background so you can like die in the main menu. It's so weird. Later one, Pablo. Have a good one, dude. It's really weird, and it's not great. Yeah, let me ban this guy real fast. You're losing my time in the speedrun. I don't like that the game stops you every time a single voice call happens. So much waiting. Yeah, that's definitely worse than the original. Although it happens a lot in the original too. Like, the original has a ton of unskippable cutscenes, and the dialogue, like the rig videos, stop you from progressing a lot too. But it does happen more in the remake. It's dumb. First boot up is scuffed. No, the first boot up is fine. It just acts like a regular main menu. But then like, when you're doing every other like launch of the game after that, it's like not scuffed, but it's just weird. Like it feels like it's not finished. It obviously is, but it doesn't feel finished. I gotta kill everybody because this is gonna take a while probably. It'd be faster if I just kill everyone first. Planning on running any Hunk today? We'll see how this Krauser run goes. If I get like sub 2 hours, then I'll move on to either Wesker or Hunk. I want to get like sub 2 hours with each one, ideally. Also, I need to switch to the grenade first before I jump. Shit is actually like cancerously difficult with Krauser. This 2 hour pace? It depends. I need to hit this fast. And I need to have a good 5-4. But it should be, I think. Okay, nice. Not bad. Should be fine now. That shit is so much harder with Krauser, actually. Your arm cannot take out the boulder, unfortunately. That would make this way easier. Unfortunately, I have to do this skip. I would just not do it because it's not that fast even, but like I have to do it. Otherwise I'll soft lock because Krauser's kind of bugged. Also, I think Kinesis is kind of scuffed. So many times I want to pick up the blade and the game is like, here's trash, now throw it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Kinesis. Honestly, I think it's straight up an improvement from the original because the Kinesis in the original is fucking awful. But like, it's definitely nowhere near as good as Dead Space 2. Like, I will concede with that. The game's like a damn near perfect remake, but there are a couple things that are problems. But this is shit that like, is super small, you know? Yeah, it's just the game isn't really that good at. Well, it's so there's this thing that if you know about it will help a lot, which is that once you throw something with Kinesis, you have to wait like a whole second before you try to throw something else, or it'll just pick up the same thing that you already just threw. Like you have to wait for the whole animation to stop and then Kinesis again, otherwise you'll pick up the same thing forever. Like you can throw shit like across the goddamn universe, and then if you press Kinesis again before that animation's over, you'll pick it up again. Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah, RE2 Remake is obviously a step up from RE2 OG. I just don't like the end result. I think it's boring and, like, not worth playing. Good fuck, Novies. I would love for them. I honestly, like, with Dead Space 2 Remake, I don't think... Dead Space 2, like, I don't know if y'all play Dead Space 2, but Dead Space 2 fucks. That game is, like, actually perfect. It is, like, a perfect game. It is wild. Like, that game is so good. Like, I think it's kind of underrated, actually. It is, like, actually a perfect game. There's, like, nothing wrong with that game. It is wild. It looks great to this day. Like, has great scares. The combat's super fun. Feels really good to play. Like, really good. Feels better than, like, modern RE remakes and shit. Like, feels really good. Still looks really good. Like, it holds up visually. And, like, great pacing. Great replayability. Tons of weapon variety. Tons of enemy variety. Like, there are no bad sections of the game that aren't fun to play. Like, the whole thing is a banger, straight through the whole way. It's phenomenal, actually. So it's like, if you're gonna remake Dead Space 2, what do you even do? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? How do you make it better? Like, if you made like an exact one-to-one remake and just like updated the graphics, like that would be cool, but honestly, that seems just kind of like a waste to me. And even if you do that, the chances that you actually recreate everything perfectly and make it have the same game feel is like pretty slim to none. Like, Dead Space 1 remake does not feel as good to play as Dead Space 2. And that was made like 10 years later. It's just because Dead Space 2 feels that good, you know? So I think the chances of even Motive, who I think would be the best people to do it, making a good Dead Space 2 remake, one that would actually be better than the original, is like very low. So I'm just like, sure, if you want to, go ahead and remake Dead Space 2, but like, it's such a harder uphill battle than Dead Space 1 is. Like, Dead Space 1's an easy remake, right? Like, you just redo the presentation of the story, get rid of the sections that were really annoying and no one liked, and then make the game not run at 30 FPS and feel good. And they did that, and it's phenomenal. But like, you can't just fix a couple of things and make Dead Space 2 better. Like, Dead Space 2 is already perfect almost, so it's a lot more complicated to make Dead Space 2 remake and make it actually worth making. You know? Yeah, Odin, thank you for the primer, dude. Appreciate that. Much love. Do we actually need Dead Space 2 remade? I don't think so. I mean, it's fine. People are gonna ask for it though because Dead Space remake was so good. Now, I think that there could be a lot of potential in like a Dead Space 3 remake because that game is not that great. And I think if you just like did the same thing but took a better shot at it, you know, better execution on the same premise would be fine. And I think that would be really good. Or even just like just retconning Dead Space 3 and just jumping right to like a Dead Space 4. But the thing is, like, Dead Space 2 just didn't sell that well, pretty sure. Like, compared to Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 3, it's just like, is it even worth remaking it, right? Like, this is like the question. I would argue probably no, but who knows? But at this point, I'm like, well, EA is not going to make anything else I want to play, so if they decide to spend all of their time and money on making a Dead Space 2 remake, then I'm not going to stop them, you know? Like, either way, it'll be good content for me. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, people complain that they didn't change Dead Space 1 enough with the remake, but like, they would have to change even less about Dead Space 2 because the game's already damn near perfect. Yeah, honestly, I'm not a big fan of remakes, but Dead Space Remake has kind of changed my mind on it. Dead Space Remake makes me go like, oh, okay, like actually, I wouldn't mind it. If it was done this well, then I wouldn't mind it, you know? Is there any story that needs more or better explanation in Dead Space 2? Not really. I mean, the presentation of the narrative is really good in Dead Space 2. And like all of the stuff that was there's like a bunch of stuff inside games and whatnot that like no one's ever played, like Extraction and stuff. But all that stuff was like retconned into the Dead Space remake. So all that stuff, like Isaac's parents being unitologists and blah, 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 and like Nicole helping them with therapy and stuff, like all that stuff was like retconned into Dead Space remake. So if you played that, now you know all that stuff. Let's make a brand new Dead Space, call it Dead Space 3, and then pretend Dead Space 3 OG didn't happen. Honestly, like, I would back that move. Or just, like, do a Dead Space 3, but, like, don't remake Dead Space 3, if that makes sense. Like, just do a direct sequel to 2, but just don't do it the same way you did 3. Like, you can do whatever you want with it. You know what I mean? Just, like, make it just a new sequel. Like, if you were... Just pretend Dead Space 3 doesn't exist, and just, like, make a sequel for Dead Space 2. That would be sick. Oh, was that true, Nefarious Ned? So yeah, I'm not sure on all the details exactly, but all I know is that Dead Space Remake makes me be like, wow, Capcom sucks, because 2 and 3 Remake do not hold a candle to Dead Space Remake. It's wild. 2 and 3 remake are also way bigger overhauls. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, we already had like RE5 and like Village as examples of like Capcom can make good stuff, you know, with like a similar premise. So it's not like they were building it from completely from scratch or anything. What's up, Notorious? Like, all I'm saying is, like, if RE4 Remake is on the same level of 2 and 3 Remake instead of Dead Space Remake, then it's, like, a lot of people are going to be upset. Right? Myself included. Because we've seen almost like a exactly perfect metaphor for how well it could be done with Dead Space Remake. So... Nice, Notorious. Good shit, dude. COVID free. About to make the gym my bitch. Hell yeah. You think that RE4 Remake had the chance of being a cult classic for speedruns such as the original? I mean, speedruns are based mostly on nostalgia, so the chances that a brand new game is going to have like a huge speedrunning scene beyond like the first year of release is just to be seen. The only game I can think of that's like that is RE2 Remake. Has like a really big speedrunning scene to this day. But like, what I know for a fact is that most people that are actively speedrunning RE4 original are not gonna speedrun the remake. So if it does have a big scene, it'll be made of almost entirely new people. Yeah, like I don't think you probably won't see like Frenchie and Yushi and Socken and Lewis and fucking those dudes probably won't be speedrunning RE4 Remake. It seems unlikely. Most of them aren't even interested. Yeah, well, those are all people like myself, Bach, Dis. Those are all people that'll jump on release for sure. But it's like, who's gonna be running it like a year, 2, 3 years from then? You know, like who knows? Island is an RE4 remake. What's your take? Boo! Remove Island. Remove Island. All right.
Too easy.
Do a little cheating. Fuck, okay, the cutscene doesn't put you back in bounds, so I have to cheat to get through the wall. Bro, I hate this game. I don't have any heals. I get it, he died. Did they fix the rain, by the way? Or is it still like dog shit in the remake? Oh no, talk about the rain. Feels like GTA San Andreas remake. Am I actually out of arrows? What? Okay. That's pretty funny, actually. There we go. Bro, there's no way for me to get arrows in the base game. I have to teleport in arrows. Okay, I literally dodged the QTE. I got hit anyways. I love that. Not super chronic. Then reset. Yes, I'm going to reset now. They did speak on it. They did speak of it on the extended gameplay cut, but they did not properly address it. The devs, I mean, about the rain. At some point, I saw your stacks go from 999 each to 20 each. Oh, that's probably what happened. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened, but all good.
Too easy.
I fixed it. Look, these runs are a little jank. All right. You're not supposed to be playing as Krauser. There's some unforeseen consequences of this. No, I've been playing it for a while. Super chronic.
Got some red. What are you buying?
Too easy.
Curious they didn't show any village footage in the latest trailer, probably to avoid showing the rain. Maybe, but like, I don't know. It looks bad, but hopefully there's not too much rain like that in the game. It does kind of seem like that icon of Vanity. That Lewis is gonna like be like a Sheva tier companion for some spots. My only concern with that is like, I don't know about the remake, but original RE4 is really easy. So, like, that's one of the reasons why Ashley exists, is to make the game harder. You know what I mean? Like, if you did Waterhall without Ashley, that shit would be so easy. You know what I mean? Like, what makes those rooms hard is that you have Ashley. So, like, if you're like having Lewis and shit to make the game even easier, to make the game like really easy. No, that's a different stack. I also have a 999 stack. I just have it written so that it won't move. Yeah. Ashley's a crutch. Well, no, she's the opposite. She's like a little kid throwing stones at you while you're trying to play, you know? A crutch would mean that she makes the game easier, but she definitely makes it harder. Yeah, proper hard mode would be nice.
Too easy.
Especially because, like, Village of Shadows was just, like, not fun. Actually. That difficulty was dog shit. I don't have nades here this time. For some reason. So hopefully pro and remake is like not like that.
Too easy.
The new mechanics like parrying and crouching might make it even easier. Yeah, I'm afraid it might be like really easy. Because remake is pretty easy as well, even on like Inferno and stuff, because the dodge mechanic. Which I love. I love the dodge mechanic, but like you're not forced to use it enough, you know? Well, see, like, Voss is not fun. It's not hard in a way that's fun, you know? Like,
Too easy.
in order to beat Voss, you have to, like, not use ammo on anything besides bosses and collect everything in the whole game. And then not miss any shots while fighting the bosses. Otherwise, like, you run out of ammo. And Moreau, like, unironically takes, like, 10 minutes to fight casually. It's just, like, not fun. Like, actually.
Too easy.
A very modified version of it, yes, Corinne.
Too easy.
I thought Inferno was pretty good, but Inferno has difficulty adjustment, and that's just such a meme for the hardest difficulty. The hardest difficulty of a game should never have difficulty adjustment. It's fine for like normal and easy and stuff, but like when the hardest difficulty has difficulty adjustment, things get really weird.
Too easy. Too easy.
We'll see though, it's all speculation. Who fucking knows, man? All I'm saying is that I don't think it's going to be as good as like a Dead Space remake, but I hope it is. I hope I'm wrong. And I am cautiously optimistic and hope it's fun. That's all I care about.
Too easy.
Yeah, Resident Evil doesn't really have good bosses in general. I think this game has some of the best bosses in the franchise, actually. Like Mendez and Gigante are like really mechanically interesting. Vertigo not as much, but he's still pretty cool. When you actually fight Sadler, he's pretty cool too. Most people never actually fight him. They just like shoot him with a rocket launcher.
Too easy.
This is a hot take, but I really like Final Nemesis in remake. He's really fun. The acid being RNG is complete and utter horseshit and is completely unforgivable. But like actually, like if besides that, it's the most fun part of the whole game. Dude, the Wesker boss fights in 5 are so bad, actually. They're so unfun. Aiming is hard. They're so unfun and like confusing. It's like, what do you even do? How do you get the bow? By modifying your game.
Too easy.
We're playing Mercenaries.
Too easy.
Not saying they're super fun, but memorable. Yeah, I can see that. They're definitely memorable. Like you fire a rocket, enemy straight up catches it. I mean, that is pretty cool, but it's not like actually fun to do. Like I'm like, oh boy, the Jill fight in RE5, like my favorite part of the game. Smiley face. You know, said no one ever. Or like the casual strat is to actually just run around and hide for like 7 minutes until he opens the door. Yeah, thanks, Color 7.
Too easy.
It's super memorable, but that's just because Wesker's character is just really good. Which is not to downplay the importance of that, obviously. But like as an actual boss fight, it's not that fun. What about RE7's bosses? You mean the cutscenes? I don't know, I never beat them.
Hell yeah, thanks for the support.
That was very fun. Thanks for the 13 months. Appreciate that.
Haven't watched anything yet. Does it look good?
It looks pretty good. Nothing like insane, but solid. I don't know, all I remember about the RE7 bosses is that they had like an insane amount of invincibility frames, and I spent half of my time fighting them rewatching cutscenes after I died.
Leave it to me, Leon.
I'm pretty sure that's a mod. I could be wrong though. It's like a bait mod. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a mod. The chainsaw thing.
Too easy.
Memeable. Oh, sorry. Reading is hard. How do you play with numpad 0 and mouse at the same time? Why would I use numpad 0? For the Krauser arm? It's bound to C. It's bound to whatever you have Ashley bound to, I believe. I bound it to C. It's like the Ashley call and the Wesker arm are bound to the same button. Like by default. See these nuts fit in your mouth. Oh my god! I got. God damn it. Did the minecart section actually look insane though in that trailer? Like, I couldn't tell if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but it's legit Donkey Kong Country. I laughed so hard. I got outplayed. Where can you find this mod? www.google.com. It's just the trainer, but with some mod support.
I'm leaving it to you.
It's like the trainer by Razor, and then like some additional mods to help with the animations. That you will have immediate problems. And then if you Google solutions to those problems, then you'll find the other mods. Bad stream, keep it up, bro. Thanks, Resident Evil 6. Appreciate that. Glass houses, though, homie. Glass houses. I don't know if I can kill Ashley with the arm here. It doesn't seem like it. Try it. I really don't want to lose 2 minutes here. That would be unfortunate. Arm doing work. Just because I put them on right, so like the arrows never go down. Because the game doesn't really drop arrows, so I wouldn't be able to finish it unless it did.
Too easy.
Krauser's arm day must be insane. Yeah, he bench presses like 4 trucks 7 times for 7 reps. 7 by 7.
Too easy.
I think my splits are wrong. Yeah, they are. I got like a bunch of extra splits. I should go back. There it is.
Been a long time, comrade. Krauser.
I'll pace for sub 2.
2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
What do I have
I was
left?
the one who kidnapped Ashley. You got John quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from. What do you want? The sample Sadler developed, that's all. Leave Ashley out of this! Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American. You got her involved just for that?
This is such good content. This is so good.
All for Umbrella's sake. Umbrella?
The best part is we're playing as Krauser the whole time, so it's like
Die, comrade.
Krauser like goes insane and like tries to stop himself from being the bad guy. But then he gets to here and like he just
Ada!
has like a schizophrenic episode
It isn't the bitch in the red
and just starts fighting himself.
We have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Good night, Salted. Thanks for hanging, dude. Appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, what's left, right? I gotta beat it in 28 minutes. I have you 3 left. I have Krauser, 5-4. It should be doable as long as I don't die a bunch in 5-4. You 3 should be instant kill with the knife. Krauser should be fast. As long as I don't die a bunch in 5-4, it should be sub 2.
Too easy.
If we do get sub 2, then we well, maybe we'll do a vote if I do Hunk or I do Krauser or Wesker next.
Too easy.
Hunk or Wesker. I think we do Hunk, then we save Wesker for later. Maybe Sunday. Shit, trolling. Hunk is like my favorite Mercenaries character, so. But like snapping next is gonna be slow. So it's basically just a TMP only run. Hunk is good for chainsaw women. Easy kills without wasting any bullets. Yeah, but like you don't have to kill any chainsaw women in the base game. Maybe we should do Wesker because it'll be faster. Wesker should be similar to Krauser in speed, I think. If we're like doing button presses for kicks and stuff. Because Hunk is going to be very similar to like TMP only.
Too easy.
Yeah. In Mercs, he's really fun. This is the next snap animation is really fun. But in the main game, like, it's basically just TMP only, I guess, right? Like, yeah, thanks. Lynn next. Lynn left. Thanks left.
Too easy.
Hunk always has a fuck ton of grenades though, so maybe I could give him like infinite grenades. I could do that. Get fucked, Krauser. What do you guys think? Should I give Hunk infinite grenades? I feel like that would make it more fun. I love that animation. Good, Leon. I am Hunk, true. Based.
just stand there. Come out and fight like a man.
The shit gets kind of bugged. Because you can't go through the bars.
Getting a bit soft, are we?
What the fuck? Just die, dude. How much health do you have? Get down here, fucker. There we go. Jesus. I don't know why he's so hard to kill. Your homie's got so much utility. He had the whole team drop their nades outside B. Thank you, Michael Morales. This is on Pro. This is new game Pro. You fight for combat. Myself, I suppose. Prepare for your death, Krauser. I'm drawing. Goodbye. This is just like the MC3. Mission 18, Doppelganger.
Too easy.
17, actually. Ego death. Imagine Hunk just snapping Krauser's neck. That'd be so good. Unfortunately, that's not how that works, but... Oh, I like how that guy just exploded. He wasn't even close to where I hit. He just saw me open that door and just, fuck, I'm out of here. Boom! Spontaneously combust. I'm about to spontaneously bust, if you know what I'm saying. Click front flip. Sub devil broke. Howdy. Is it faster to do the dash? No, 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 not at all. It's not premature if you're speedrunning. Tell that to my ex. Hello, I missed. I'm gonna die. Oh, that archer just fucked me, actually. I knew it. I hate this section so much. that true? They had an MP5 to RE4 remake? I didn't see anything about that. That's cool. I'm down for it. That video game's life. Oh, I'm fucked now. That's why I hate this section. The archer! Oh, no, I'm gonna lose my sub too. I fucking hate this part of the game, dude. So in the remake, they're removing this shit, right? Like, please? I beg you? We're just gonna get rid of it, right? Surely? Hello? Now they're shooting off cycle. Is this guy here? He's still alive. Where did you come from? Bruh, I fucking hate this section so much. I hate this section so much. Okay, in the future, bring fire grenades. Wouldn't be so bad if you could actually aim the fucking bow. There we go. Okay. Didn't quite hear that. Not loud enough. Louder! Gotchi hyper, louder! That instant kills! I had full health! Why is it instant kill? Yeah, rip sub 2. I am never gonna finish this run because I'm just gonna keep dying here forever. I fucking hate this section so much. I am literally like, why? Just why? Like, who made this fucking part of the game? Like, what? Like, why? Why? This needs to be on like a case files, like some true crime shit, dude. Like, we need to understand the motive for this crime so we can prevent it in the future. That'd be better as West for Copium. That'd be better as Hunk, because I'll just spam grenades at least. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be aiming because it doesn't even go where you shoot. Bitch. Alright, come on. It was a good idea at the time. I don't believe that. Don't crash, please. Thank God, okay. I could still sub 2, I think, but I need a good war room. God, that was so bad, dude. Holy shit. He jumps off the ladders with the exaggerated swagger of a buff mercenary.
Too easy. Too easy.
I want that actually. Thank you.
Too easy.
It definitely sub 2, but I lost like 10 minutes there. Unironically. On the JJ. Fortunate. Let's start another run? Yeah, this is the second run. Oh my god, that was scary. That was close. Just play it safe. Just don't die. All good. All good.
Too easy.
No, Sadler doesn't go in one shot. He actually takes quite a while, unfortunately. Okay, he aggroed early. Cool. When will I do something with Dante? I mean, next week should put out an RE5 video with Dante. Ashley, what are you afraid of? Come here. Dumb bitch.
Too easy. Too easy.
Alright, sub 2 incoming. Pause champ.
Too easy.
Okay, that's definitely the faster way to do it. It's just to spam. Much faster than doing the animations. Not combo me, please. Cool. Sub 2, let's go. Just barely, but. Sub dubs, eh? Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Glad you get something out of it. Oh, go back. I'm not done yet. Probably not sub 2 RTA. We'll see. Nope, you don't.
Hang on, sweetheart.
You can kill him without the rocket. Keeping the special rocket and then selling it actually is like a really good strat for getting a ton of money. Nice sub 155. Let's go. How much is it? A lot. GG.
Ashley! Ashley! Where are ya? Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished.
Right, Leon.
Not quite. I still have to get you home.
Turns out it was all in Ashley's head.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
GG. I'm gonna go for a third one. I think I'm gonna do Hunk now. I think I'm gonna switch over to Hunk.